Good afternoon. Welcome to Hot Jobs at HireMilitary. It's so lovely to see you all. And it's May the 3rd today, so the first Tuesday of Military Appreciation Month. We appreciate you all, and we are so glad that you are here. So for the first timers of you, it's amazing to see you. Thank you for coming. We are so glad. And if you are a returner and you're back for more, fantastic. It's really lovely to see you. Drop your name in the comments. Tell us where you're from. Tell us what you're looking for, be it a skill bridge or a direct hire position, and just tell us a little bit about you. We want to get to know you. If you have any questions at all, drop them in the comments as well below, and just give us an idea of who you are and what you're doing today. This is our favorite 30 minutes of the week. We get to spend it with you, sharing our support, our encouragement, and our advice, as well as the newest roles and skill bridge opportunities that we've taken in the past week. We're here for the whole of the military community, whether you're a spouse, a transitioning service member, or a veteran, and it's just so lovely to have you on board with us. So we're here for you. We need to know what you are looking for. So please, like I said, drop everything in the comment. Tell us what you're looking for. Tell us who you are so that we can get to know you. And then we can see you when you come back next week for more. Whilst you're in the chat, if you don't know who I am Lucy Robinson. I head up the talent acquisition team here at HireMilitary. Don't be fooled by the English accent. A lot of people are. I am a military spouse, have been for a really long time now. My husband is active duty Air Force, and we are currently stationed at Eielson Air Force Base in the middle of nowhere, Alaska. Let me bring on the rest of the team and get them to introduce themselves to you. So Kadeen, tell us a bit about who you are.
My name is Kadeen, and I was on mute. Lovely. So my name is Kadeen, and I am a skilled bridge intern / recruiter here at HireMilitary. I was in the Air Force for about 6 years. Recently getting out. I'm going to be officially out in July. So my family and I have been over here in Denver. So that's a little bit about myself, and I can't wait to go more into today's podcast. Thank you, guys.
It's lovely to have you here.
It's lovely to be here.
Amber.
Thank you, Lucy. My name is Amber. I'm also on the recruiting team here at HireMilitary. I'm an Air Force veteran. My husband is still active duty Air Force. And so with that, we are in San Antonio. We've been here for about 1.5 years now, and we're just really enjoying our time here in San Antonio.
Thank you for joining me today. What about you, Kate?
Hi, Lucy and Kadeen and Amber and everyone with us today. I'm Kate Wood. I'm one of the recruiters here at HireMilitary, along with these other beautiful ladies. And I'm a veteran, and my husband's still active duty Army. And we are luckily stationed here in sunny Northwest Florida near Eglin Air Force Base. And I love it here. It's fantastic. And I'm just happy to be here today. Thank you, Lucy.
So great to see you. Also, we've got so many people in the comments already. Samantha, Anthony, Rodney, Mike Quinn. Hi, if you're not familiar with Mike, he is the CEO of HireMilitary. He says he's looking for transitioning service members and veterans. Dre, Jason, Andre. Oh my gosh, so many of you in the chats already. So lovely to see you. Tanya, you're at Ramstein. We were there as well a long time ago. To prompt you today, because we really do want to understand what your challenges or your obstacles are, because we really do want to be able to tailor what we talk about specifically to our audience each week. I'd like to understand, well, we all would actually, what are your biggest challenges at the moment? Or do you have an obstacle that you're looking to overcome and you'd really like a hive mind of us ladies here today to help you drive some kind of inspiration, motivation, or even idea? I mean, I guess from my perspective, I don't have a huge amount in terms of a challenge right now. From a professional looking for a job, I have a job. However, one of my biggest concerns about 5 years ago was I was a stay-at-home mum. I'd been a stay-at-home mum for 5 years. I'd been in recruitment for 10 years before that, and I just didn't know how I was going to make my way back into the workforce. And it was only through networking and accessing mentors at that time that, that guided my direction and really helped me and drove me into accessing my first role. So tell us what, we can support you on, or any questions that we can answer for you. And we're definitely going to take time at the end of this conversation today to address some of those specifically. Before we move on, just want to again say hi to Stanley, transitioning in November. Lucky you. Oh, we've got Derek here in Bossier City in Louisiana. Great. We've got some positions here that might be of interest to you. So while we're getting going, I am going to stop talking now, and I'm going to hand you over to Kadeen. So, hey, Kadeen, what have you got for us today?
Let me take myself off mute. Yes, Lucy. So we have some amazing opportunity I would love to share with everyone today. But to caveat that, just as a reminder, that here at HireMilitary, we do have internship opportunities for service members that are in the last 6 months of their contract. So either you're separating or retiring. These are opportunities you can explore. And then 97% of interns who do their internship with HireMilitary do go on to get that full-time offer at the completion successfully of their internship. So with that said, I would love to share current opportunities that we do have. So the first opportunity I'd love to talk about is a depot/repair shop technician, and this is what a company called Foss North America. So what will you be doing specifically in this position? So you require at least a 2-year technical degree. They want major courses in electronic, or if you do have that military training equivalent, they are very open to taking that as well. In addition to, they do want someone who has prior experience in the field service technician, or if you have an electronic background, that is what they are preferring. In addition to, you must be able to test different computers and equipment. It's very hands-on technical job, but if you feel like this is up your alley, the link to this position will be in the description, so definitely check it out, you guys. The second role I do have is with the same company, and this is for a field service engineer. So for this position, since it is an engineer position, they do require a 4-year degree in chemistry or any equivalent within that engineering realm. They do want someone who has at least 2 years of experience within the field, or if you have any application hands-on experience with complex mechanical installation within customer location, that is a preferred. In addition to, you must be able to have to deal with their physical requirement, right? You're having to lift at least 70 pounds of equipment and transferring it. So if these are along the line of what you're looking for, I think this would be a great opportunity. And then guys, the last 2 opportunities I have, I may be a bit biased, but majority of the service member I speak to emphasize they want to go into project management. They want to get their foot into the door. Well, we do have 2 great opportunities that are fully remote. The first one is a project coordinator with NeoWave. So for this position, what will you be doing exactly? So they do want someone who has a minimum of 2 to 3 years of agile project management experience. So they want you to be able to guide different teams through project completion. In addition to, you must be able to work with project management tools such as Microsoft Projects, Microsoft Visio, and Smartsheet. So that is an essential. And then it's not required, but if you do have a CAPM, if you have your PMP, if you have your CSM, that is a great standout. So that again is a project coordinator position. And then last but not least, the senior project manager position, again, it is also with NeoWave. So this is a more senior level one. So they do want someone who has about 8 years of experience in project management. And not only 8 years, they want you to show that you have progressive responsibilities, right? You're able to be over multiple roles. They do want someone who have 5 years of experience of leadership skills. They want you to show them you're able to lead a team of other project managers, in addition to coordinate senior management business meetings and give briefing to senior executive. And then in addition to, they do want someone who has a bachelor's degree. This could be in engineering and business management, IT, or any related field. So those are the opportunities that I have for you guys today. Again, the last 2 are fully remote. Just go ahead, check the job description, apply, tailor your resume, and Brandy and I look forward to reviewing everything that you guys submit. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Kadeen. And if you're not familiar, we have over 200 other opportunities on our HireMilitary SkillBridge page. So definitely take a look at those online. And just to review, that's the Depot Repair Shop Tech at Foss North America, Field Service Engineer at Foss, and then both the Project Coordinator and Senior Project Manager at NeoWave, and those are remote. And just so that you are aware, when those positions first did come to us, the client specifically wanted them on site. And it was through multiple conversations that we have managed to agree with them that actually to access the best possible population within the military, making them remote is so much more achievable for you and will allow them to access multiple different candidates that wouldn't have applied otherwise. So if you are interested in any of those, drop the name of the job. The link is in our page today here on LinkedIn, but we will give you the link as well. Or you can connect with Kadeen or Brandy Walker here on LinkedIn, and you can have a direct conversation with them. And we actively encourage you to link in with all of us as well. So please do that whilst you're doing everything else here today. How about you, Amber? What's going on your side?
Yeah, absolutely, Lucy. I am happy to share some direct hire opportunities today. So if you're here looking for opportunities to jump right into, we definitely have lots to share. If you don't hear something that you are interested in, feel free to check out our careers page to reach out, ask us questions. We're happy to do that. But the first role that I'm going to be talking about today is an operations supervisor. This is located in Devens, Massachusetts. And the company that we're recruiting for, they are about a 180-year-old company. They are a leader in the metal fabrication and distribution industry, and their facilities are really state-of-the-art. So this particular operations supervisor out in Devon will oversee the shipping and receiving at their state-of-the-art facility, of course. And it is a second shift, so you'd be working 3 p.m. till 11 p.m. That is in Devens, Massachusetts. Some warehouse and logistical experience is really a huge plus, but this particular client has been so open to all of our community and being able to welcome them. So that's the operations supervisor out in Devens, Massachusetts. The next one that I have is a security analyst. This is in Lansing, Michigan. Our client is a worldwide leader in research and development. We've been working with them for a couple months now, and just learning about what they're doing is so exciting. They're growing immensely in the coming year, actually. So they manufacture and operate superconducting electron accelerators. But for this particular security analyst position, you'll be providing the framework for controls and access. You'll be monitoring for security breaches and implementing security improvements for their client's growing team. They do prefer a bachelor's in cybersecurity or a related field, as well as 3 to 5 years in information technology. That's a security analyst in Lansing, Michigan. The last position I have to share with you guys today is a data scientist in Shreveport, Louisiana. So our client is advanced analytical company that is really focused heavily on data. They are proud to have been named one of Air Force's big bets on emerging technology. So for this data scientist position out in Shreveport, they do require a bachelor's degree in a computer science field, as well as 3 years in a Python data stack. So that's the data scientist out in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Thank you, Amber. I really appreciate that. So to review, we've got the ops supervisor in Massachusetts, security analyst in Michigan, and the data scientist in Louisiana. And Kate, following on from there, there's a theme I sense in the next couple of roles that you're going to share with us.
There is. We have more opportunities in Shreveport, and I've learned some really fun, interesting things about Shreveport in researching these roles. But first, I do want to mention that this company is open to relocating all candidates for the Shreveport position. So the position Amber mentioned, the data scientist, and the two that I'm going to mention as well, they are open to relocating. So if you currently aren't in Louisiana and are interested in one of these roles, please be open to that because they do provide relocation assistance for these roles. So the first role I want to mention with this same organization Amber talked about is a delivery manager working on service as a solution. So like Amber mentioned, this company is at the cutting edge of a lot of really great technologies and machine learning and AI. And the delivery manager will be working alongside those teams in order to provide their services to their clients. So this is really great for a veteran or a military spouse that has some experience within delivery management and enterprise service as a solution experience. They really want someone that has worked within the realm of data science, cloud infrastructure, and app development. So if that sounds like you and you are interested, you can just type delivery manager into the chat and I'll be able to reach out to you directly. And then the same company also has a solution architect position there in Shreveport, Louisiana. In this role, they're looking for someone that has about 5 years of experience in a pre-sales role doing service as a solution. They want someone with a bachelor's degree, is fluent in Python, and with a focus on data analysis. This is an exciting role because while you'll be located in Shreveport, you will be traveling to provide the training and support to DoD customers at installations across the United States. So this company is providing their services to different installations. So you'll have an opportunity to maybe travel to different bases, places you maybe were stationed at before, just to have an opportunity there to get outside and provide solutions across the country. So if you're interested, you can just type solution architect into the chat. And again, this is with that new client that's located in Shreveport, Louisiana. And some other really interesting things about Shreveport, they actually have one of the lowest costs of living in the nation, and their housing prices are less than 50% lower than the national average. So I know that's a big thing right now. Housing is crazy across the nation. And so if you're looking to relocate, taking that into consideration, these positions in Shreveport might be for you. And then I also have one other position, Lucy, I just want to mention quickly. We had someone in the chat mention anything on the West Coast. I think it was Edward. We do. We have a West Coast position in Fresno, California. This is as a workflow coordinator with a veteran-owned business. So this is termed an entry-level role. They're looking for someone that can come in and just provide some great leadership and experience in that workflow coordinator position. And there's excellent potential and growth within this company. They have over, I think it's 10 locations across the country, and there's lots of potential for growth within that Fresno, California location as well. So if anyone is interested in the delivery manager role, solution architect, or workflow coordinator, just type it in the chat. I'm happy to reach out or answer any questions over a direct message on LinkedIn as well. Thanks so much, Lucy.
Thank you, Kate. And I see Joshua and Michael have asked about any entry-level position. So yes, that workflow coordinator in Fresno, California, if that location is of interest to you, would definitely be one to take a look at. All of the links are attached to this live today. And if you can't see those, just drop your interest in the chat and we will respond directly to you. So a couple of questions have come up. One of them, Mark, has asked, have we got any opportunities in Albuquerque? Amber, have we? You're on mute.
Oh, goodness. We do have a position out in Albuquerque. I got really excited there. But it's a systems administrator out in Albuquerque. This person will be working on site. You do need a security clearance also, but reach out if you are interested or have any other questions for sure.
Perfect. Thank you. Somebody has asked, and I can't see who it is, so I do apologize. Our end, it says LinkedIn user. For the workflow coordinator, what's the salary? Great question. And that is something that we really do commit to with all of the jobs that we publish. If you take a look at the positions on our website, you will see down in the benefits section that all of the benefits and the attached salaries, the starting salaries, are on all of our positions. So take a look, and we do share that detail with you. So, Kate, somebody asked, who was it? It was Joshua. Is there a HireMilitary in Ohio? Can you give us the answer to that?
So our company is a nationwide remote organization. As you can tell from our introductions, we as a team sit across the nation as we work, and our services, the positions that we recruit for, are open to all transitioning service members, veterans, and military spouses. We have clients across the country, and a lot of our roles are fully remote as well. So if you are looking and want to see what we have available, our careers page that we mentioned is posted in the description. I think we have 80 openings right now, 80 direct hire openings. So please take a look. If there's anything of interest, just reach out to one of us. We're happy to answer more questions about it.
That's wonderful. Thank you. And Solomon has asked, Amber, any positions in Phoenix, Arizona?
I did see that question. We do have a position out in Phoenix with a really great client that we've been working with for a little while. If you're interested, definitely let me know. Off the top of my head, that position title is, it's losing me right now.
Operations associate?
That's right. That's it. That's it. Thank you so much, Kate. It's an operations associate. So please feel free to reach out.
Thank you. And there's something I'd like to acknowledge today. So Catherine mentioned earlier in the chat that finding a SkillBridge opportunity in Austin for her profession has been really difficult. And we hear you, Catherine. You know, we have so many people who reach out to us on a daily and weekly basis, having their exact expectations. They know what they want to do. They've done their discovery and due diligence. And so they do all of that work. And then, boosh, the fence goes up and they're like, but I can't find anything in this area that is advertised as a SkillBridge opportunity. And something that we don't regularly share, but it is good to know, is if you find a company or an organization that is willing to host you as a SkillBridge intern, HireMilitary can connect you and we can manage that for you. We have the relationship with the DoD as a SkillBridge partner, and we can act as a hosting company. So never let that be an obstacle or a barrier to you. You know, go out and have those conversations, pitch and position the SkillBridge internship program to them. And if there is interest, come back to us, come back to either me, to Kadeen, or to Brandy, and we can definitely facilitate that, or at least progress the conversation so that we can support you in that endeavor. Now, I haven't seen huge amounts of obstacles or challenges. So if you do have one, now is the time to throw it in the chat, because we are about to talk that through. But as we haven't got huge amounts, why don't we talk today, Kadeen, Kate, Amber, about targeting the resume? It's been a week or so since we've talked this through. So Kate, why don't you tell us what that actually means and how you see candidates come through to us and the sorts of resumes that they have and the work that you do to achieve a competitive resume to support them in obtaining an interview.
Absolutely. It's such a great topic. And I think it's something we can never talk about enough, because we still see, application after application where there's not a targeted resume, right? Especially from, candidates within our demographic, that maybe have had a lot of different types of experience, right? And I think everyone that's ever been in the military, you can probably list 10 different things you feel like you're very good at, right? Or that you have experience in. But tailoring is so important, because a lot of times the people reading your resume don't understand that. And all they want to see is, do you meet the qualifications that are listed on a job description? Do you have the education? Do you have the certifications? Do you have the experience? And so that's what tailoring a resume is all about, is being able to clearly depict that you match what they're looking for. And anything else that isn't relevant, you're better off just leaving it off, and making it very clear and succinct, and having it be, easy for the reader to distill and know that you are the right candidate. So you have a saying, Lucy, it's
context or filler.
Right. Yeah. Context or filler, right? Is it supporting you, or is it something that just should be left out? And then also that I'm going to steal another one of your sayings, is that it shouldn't be a rear view mirror. It should be a windshield, right? Where are you going? What do you want to do? Where are you going? Not what you've done, not the laundry list of, hey, XYZ, this is every single thing I've ever done, but where do you see yourself going? And how do you fit into growing into this position, or filling that position that the company is hiring for? So at the gist of tailoring, it really is just picking out what is the most important, what is the most applicable and relevant for that role, and then clearly depicting it on your resume.
I think that's amazing. And that's exactly what it is. It's presenting the version of you that you need them to see. Honestly, as amazing as all of your certifications and qualifications and awards are, they are taking up space on your resume. You don't need to include all of that. Really just extrapolate the experience from your career history that is really relevant and salient to the job description that you're looking at. So what I always say as well, to support what Kate said, is take a look at the qualifiers for the role. Pick them all out, highlight them. Every single position has a qualification section, normally, 1 through 5. Make sure all of that information is included, ideally up top in your professional summary, so that when the recruiter reads your resume, you hit them between the eyes and they go, oh my gosh, this candidate is perfect. We need to see them. We need to meet them tomorrow, because that's really what you're trying to achieve. Your end goal at that first stage is to get an interview, and that's going to really support you in doing that. Now, there have been a couple of other questions, so if you bear with me for 1 second. Raymond has said he's heard that the DoD SkillBridge approval offices are currently paused for approving new organizations. He has a company trying to gain approval because they're willing to bring him on as a Marine. We do and we don't have additional information. We always suggest, and we talked about this with Mike Quinn on a live last Thursday, do your own research, and you know, the DoD SkillBridge website has the most up-to-date information on that. However, anecdotally, we have heard similar. So if that is something that you are looking to achieve and time is not on your side, definitely connect with us, Raymond, on a side chat, and we can support you through that and we can have that conversation. I see lots of people in the chat saying that they've reached out to us and they are interested in roles. So that is amazing. And one other thing that I wanted to talk to you about today is, I think it was, I'm not 100% sure who it was. It may have been Catherine earlier, said, you know, I'm looking for remote roles and they're really hard to find. Do you know, my biggest piece of advice on that always is, you know, that in a perfect world, and you know, this is an idea for somebody if you want to set up your own business. I don't have the inclination to do this, to create a job board that's just full of remote positions. You know, you've got flex jobs out there, they do that. But what I always do when I'm looking for a remote role, and I've been working remote now for the last nearly 10 years, is I type in the role that I want. So let's say Director of Talent Acquisition into Google. So this is into the Google job search, and then comma, and then remote. Hit enter. Don't go to Indeed, don't go to ZipRecruiter, don't go to a job board that you know. Find the Google job board that comes up. Normally it's the third or fourth link down. Click on that and it will bring up every single remote role. And Google tends to pull from the majority of the internet. It doesn't go everywhere. It doesn't give you the roles that are advertised on LinkedIn. And not on everybody's job board, but it will give you so much more. And that is like the golden unicorn of trying to find a position. So maybe it's logistics supervisor, Atlanta, Georgia. Type that into Google, opportunities now. Google Jobs comes up and you can filter, you can search by when it was posted, which career field or industry it's in. And all of a sudden you've gone from finding no roles to apply to too many and you don't know where to start. But that really does give you a level of information and discovery that you wouldn't have beforehand. Somebody has said, Amber, it's really difficult to send out resumes and then hear nothing. How do we get an interview?
That's a tricky question, right? It's kind of a tricky question. But I mean, there's a couple ways we could do it. And I think that our team would initially lean heavy on your network, right? As you apply, try to figure out, right? Because some of these bigger companies, it might be a little bit more difficult, but try to figure out who might be the recruiter for that specific role. And I know on our team, for the direct hire piece, there's just a couple of us working. So it's easy to say, hey, reach out to Kate or reach out to Matt. But for bigger companies, it may not be the case. You know, you apply and maybe you send a message to a recruiter and it might not be their role. So they may not respond. So I would encourage you to lean heavy on that network as you apply. You know, I'll just use, you know, Bank of America, for example. You're going to apply for Bank of America. Okay, submit your application, go in on LinkedIn and see, is there anybody that is military affiliated in Bank of America that maybe they're the same branch as you, maybe they live in your city, maybe you have other common interests, and use that as a way to kind of navigate that situation and start forming those relationships. So lean heavy on your network, always, and this isn't something that can be done as, you know, after you apply. Of course, it's legwork that has to be invested beforehand. You know, spending that quality time growing your network and forming these relationships before you apply. But as far as getting an interview once you apply, it really comes down to making sure that your qualifications are early on in your resume, that they don't have to flip to page 13 to see that you are qualified for the job. So 2-page resume, highlight those qualifications early on, and hit apply.
I completely agree. It's all about the tailoring, the targeting, and the networking.
Yeah.
So good luck with that. And if you do need further support, there are so many VSOs out there that can really work that through with you. We always encourage you to connect with Vet Jobs. They are a non-profit that support our transitioning service members, mil spouses, and veterans with a free service to really guide you through that process. I think that's more or less it from us today. So thank you, guys. It's been amazing to have a conversation with you. Like we said, if you are interested in any of our roles or any of the other ones on our website, we've recently rebranded. So definitely look at HireMilitary.us. Take a look, see if there's anything that is of interest to you. If there is, hit the apply button, but also reach out on LinkedIn and connect with us and let us know, because we would love to connect with you, develop a relationship and have a conversation, as well as see your resume. Thank you so much, Kate, Kadeen, Amber. It's been a pleasure. Take care, everybody.